Well, then let's transition into when you slammed Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
When were you like, what how did that come about? And, like, were you told before, like, "Hey, you're gonna like, slam him?" Were you
No,
confident?
no, bro, it didn't work that way. Um, the way we used to wrestle was the referee would come over and say, "You're gonna beat me tonight." That'd be it. See you in the ring. That's how it worked, especially with Andre, you know. And I did kind of irritate him a little bit. Usually they would come over to me or Andre and say, "Okay, you're going to beat Hogan tonight, or Hogan's going to get counted out." I'd never beaten the Giant before, and there's no shame in getting beat by him because no one had ever beaten him. But Vince McMahon, I asked Vince. I said, "Whoa, here we are the night before. What are we doing tomorrow?" Vince goes, "I don't know," but he goes, "I'm sure Andre will do the right thing." I'm going, "Oh, great, okay." So Vince wanted me to sit in the dressing room with Andre just to try to like make things cool. And so I got to the building at noon and I sat next to Andre and I watched him drink 3 fifths of Crown Royal. Okay.
3 what?
3 fifths of Crown
3 separate
Royal.
bottles, right?
Yeah. I was sitting there at noon with him and he kept pouring me shots. And every time he wasn't looking, I'd dump that shit, man. Because if I drank with him, I wouldn't even be able to find my ass, much less the ring. And so I sat there with him all day and his back was hurting him. And he had some medication for his back. And he just came off a huge surgery over in the UK where they had to make the tools and they had to make the bed, and he was in really bad shape. He was hurting. And so because I was so nervous, I figured if we really screwed this up, this was WrestleMania 3 and everything was on the line, and we put a couple $1,000,000 up to secure the building and everything Vince had was mortgaged and we already had the building. We were a couple weeks in and the building, the guy that ran the building called us and said, "You need to cancel the event because the Rolling Stones are there the week before you. Then you get WrestleMania. Then after that, the Pope is here." So the week before, the Stones did 88,000, the Pope did 80,000, we did 94. So thank God we didn't cancel. But when I was sitting in the back with Andre, I was afraid that if WrestleMania sucked or the main event sucked, that would be it for the WWF or WWE, whatever you want to call it. And so I sat next to Andre all day. "Hey, boss, what do you want to do?" "Don't worry." "Okay, I'm not worrying." "Hey, boss, maybe later me go up or me go down." "Don't worry." "Okay, man." "Andre, what do you think? Maybe we get things going in there and we get a little rhythm. Maybe one slam if you're going to beat me." "Don't worry." "Okay, I'm worried." So we go to the ring. I don't know the finish. I don't know shit. All I know is I need to keep him close to the ropes because if he's in the middle of the ring, he can't stand up by himself without pulling himself up. So, I got him in the ring and actually placement and maneuvering him around. If you ever watch the match, I keep him close to the ropes. And then there was a spot in the match where when we got going, I don't know, I can't remember right now. I ran into him. Something happened. He didn't go down. He stayed close to the ropes. And I was backing off. He went, "Slam." And that voice was just yelled slam. And he was just coming at me. I tried earlier in the match, like 10 seconds in the match to pick him up. And I fell backwards. He almost broke my neck because he landed on top of me and didn't really protect me. He squashed me. I barely got out from under him right in the very beginning. I went, "Oh, shit. He's not going for this today." So all of a sudden, when the match was almost over, he goes, "Slam." And I thought I heard what I heard. And as he came towards me, I took a step back and scooped him, but then got his momentum and I barely got him over. And then I went and I dropped the leg thinking that he was going to kick out and he didn't kick out. I went, "Holy shit, that big son of a bitch just passed the torch." And he didn't have to.
I think we saw somewhere that this was the most televised, 33 million viewers.
Well, no, not this. This when we did the rematch on NBC.
Mhm.
We did the rematch on NBC. We had 33 million people view that night.
That's fucking
Wow.
nuts.
Yeah. This is where I tried to pick him up early. He wasn't really happy about this shit at all.
So he's off of is this
Right
where
there, right
I
there.
was worried because I didn't know if I could get him up, tell you the truth.
He was too big. I barely get out of there. As you can see, he's near the ropes because he couldn't get up on his own.
is he off of the 3 fists of crown right now?
Yeah. That was nothing,
do
bro.
what I need to do.
It's like drinking a White Claw to him. I wouldn't shit.
I knew it.
I
This
watched
right
him
here.
hook my head. See him hook my head?
Oh my god.
Like he put his shoulder in his upper body, and he's got my thigh. See, he's pushing up on my thigh. Otherwise, I could have never got him.
Did you fuck it? You fucked yourself up on that?
Yeah, I tore my back. I got a hole in my back still from that shit.
620 pounds.
Yeah.
God damn.
What happened after that? Because that was a huge moment.
Well, after that, you know, we went back to the dressing room, and he was hurting pretty bad, and you know, him and I had become really good friends at that point. Where the last 10 or 12 years we were really, really close. Before that, we had some major issues. But at that point, you know, when I realized what he had done for me, I mean, he just made my career there, brother. I mean, that was like, I was on a roll anyway. That was like hitting double nitrous buttons for me.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it, you know? And so, shoot, I was back there worried about him. If he was hurt, I was back there crying like a baby. I was so upset, you know, that this whole thing had happened. It was just like a major, I mean, if you were in my shoes and someone was to do that for you, I mean, it's just, there's nobody around like him.
Yeah.
I mean, there was never anybody around like this guy. And if he wanted to beat your ass, he could have done it. There was nobody in this business or any business around that could have beat that man. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit who you are.